And don't you let the sunlight go by without you.
So let's talk about organizing. So organizing is a process of identifying activities, grouping these into departments, assigning tasks to the right people, establishing authority and defining responsibility, also delegating tasks and establishing a healthy working relationship within the company to ensure coordination and cooperations. And when we talk about organization, organization is defined as a group of people working together to achieve a common goal. Now, let's talk about the nature of organization. It includes involvement of people, achieving of goals, specialization and division of labor, centralization of authority, and the last one is dynamic personality. So let's discuss it one by one. Let's start with the involvement of people. Involvement of people means an organization is composed of people working together to achieve a common goal. This is involves small or large number of people, but what is common is that communication and coordination are essential for them to work together effectively and efficiently. Achievement of goals. So when we talk about achievement of goals, every organization operates with common goals and objectives. These goals and objectives are explicit stated through their vision and mission statements, organizational goals and objectives. Regardless of each member's personal goals and objectives, they are all work together to ensure to attain these organization goals and objectives. Specialization and division of work. Division of work and specialization are promoted because they result in effectiveness and efficiency, hereby eliminating wastage and increasingly productivity. Communication and coordination. The people in an organization needs to establish good communication among themselves for them to be able to work cooperatively. With common goals and objectives, these people in an organization are willing to work together as a team horizontally or vertically. Centralization of authority. An organization requires that a central authority is followed to direct the team members and ensure concentrated efforts among them. Dynamic personality. An organization is dynamic because it is an entity that is constantly changing and evolving based on the condition of its environment. Principles of organizing. Organizing is major function of management. This is one of the factors that determine the success of organization. To achieve the efficient completion of this process, certain guidelines must be observed. Division of labor is the principle states that tasks are divided and are assigned to employees according to their specialization. Say, for example, this is assembly line production of cars and layout of a car's manufacturing plant. There are four major lines that represent major tasks such as the trim, chassis, final, and engines. In the trim line, the electrical parts are installed. In the chassis line, the drivetrain, the motor exhausted are added. In the final line are the bumpers, window glasses, and wheels are attached. And finally, the engine line engine is to be installed. The production line for Toyota promotes efficiently, thereby reducing wastage and increased productivity. Authority. Authority is legitimate power assigned to a manager by the higher management or by the board of directors as a larger organization. This enables him or her to make decisions, issue order, memos, or important announcement, and allocate resources efficiently in order to achieve organization goals and objectives. Authority follows a top-down approach where the manager is issued order to be followed by his or her subordinates. The extent to which authority of a manager may be implemented is dependent on the definition of his or her job role or responsibility. Chain of command. The chain of command is unbroken line of authority among managers and subordinates, which expands to the whole organizational structure. This follows the principles of unity of command and escalar chain. The unity of command state that an employee should only have one manager to eliminate duplication and confusions. The scalar chain possessed that there must also be a clear line of authority from the top management to the lowest rank of the employees. In an, in an organization, it also the escalar chain possessed that there must be also a clear line of authority from the top management to the lowest rank of employee in the organization. It also links all the managers at all levels. This allows a subordinate to communicate to the superior of his or her manager in case there is a valid reason to do so. Delegations. Delegation allows the manager to transfer his authority and work-related tasks to his or her subordinates. This is important in avoiding work overload on the part of the manager so that he or she can focus on important tasks. This way, he or she also be able to efficiently utilize human resources by empowering them to become productive members of the organizations. Delegation is an important skill of a manager because it enables him or her to identify the task to be assigned to the right person, thereby effectively dividing work and increasing the overall productivity of his or her unit or department. Span of control. The span of control refers to the number of employees directly reporting to a manager. It is consists of two types, which are the wide span and the narrow span. The wide span simply means that the large number of employees report directly to the manager, while the narrow span simply means that small number of employees reports to a manager. Organizing is important because it provides structure for how an organization must be built and facilitates the administration of operation and efficiently utilize the resources. Organizing involves different tasks such as identifying and grouping activities, delegating tasks of the right people, and establishing authority and good working relationship. Certain steps are needed to execute this process excellently. These are follows. The number one is identification and the division of work. The first step of organizing is to identify a certain activities to be performed based on the goals and objectives of the organization formulated in the planning stage. The second step is the departmentalization. The group common activities into the departments or division, and if applicable, these are their further groups into sections. Assignment of duties. In the third step, the specific duties are assigned to the right person based on his or her knowledge and skills. The assignment of duties comes with the responsibility to perform effectively as well as the person's skills related to the nature of task. The fourth step is delegation of authority. After the assignment of duties, the authority is then delegated to the individual. In certain chain of command, a successive delegation of authority and responsibility must be conducted. Positions are linked vertically and horizontally to establish formal authority, which promotes a clear understanding of working relationship among all levels of authority. The last steps is establishing a work relationships. A good working relationship leads a smooth work process within the organization. This may be achieved by a clear communicating authority and responsibility through an organizational structure.